Okay, guys, I'm really happy to start this session today. Please let me know if everything's fine with the connection again. And I do apologize if sometimes we still have some problem with the connection. And unfortunately, there is very bad weather in Istanbul right now, and sometimes I may have some issues. So I do apologize, but I'll do my best actually to make sure that today's session is as efficient as possible. So let's move on. I'm extremely happy to see all of you. I'm extremely happy to have this sales training, and I was preparing it for quite a time. And I'm really happy to see that today we will have two more speakers. Okay, in such case, again, just in case I stop sharing my video, but you will see presentations, so let's move forward. Let me introduce actually our agenda for today. And so let me introduce our agenda for today. And today I would really love to start with short opening. After that, I would love to introduce our speaker for today. After that, we will discuss sales process workflow, and I will introduce you to Partner Toolbox. Partner Toolbox introduction is going to be our next step. And after that, we will have CRM training. So today we will have very, actually a lot of content which I do believe is going to help you in future to work more efficiently, to be more successful. And this is actually what we're going to discuss today. So let's start actually with something nice and beautiful and important. And let me share with you this slide. Please let me know if you can see it. So this is actually product share. This is what is happening actually with supply chain software market right now at this moment. And I want you just to see the trend. How will it look in 6 years? Okay, so our market where we are working right now is going to double. And again, this is research from Gartner, research from actually a source we all trust. And this is actually what they were saying about it just last year. And we can see the trend that this is actually what is happening. And market is changing right now. Market is changing so far. We can see that many things are happening. Market is shaping itself. And with every day, with every month, actually, we can see that supply chain planning software is more and more in demand actually in this market. But let's move on. Let's move forward. This is actually I wanted to share with you. But before going to our sales workflow, I would love to introduce our speaker. And why I am so excited introducing our speaker today. So today we will have 3 speakers, as I already mentioned. Why I'm so happy to introduce Pablo. Actually, he's our partner from the time actually where we just started to work with partners as our representatives in different markets. I'm absolutely happy to say that Pablo is staying with us for many years, and he's showing Streamline solution as a solution he is implementing actually to clients which trust him. He's on the market, as you can see, for more than 25 years. He is more than 11 years supply chain consultant. And I do believe that he has a lot of nice experience to share with us. So, Pablo, can you please unmute yourself? I would really love to start introducing you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So as I already told you, I would really love to have several actually questions with you discussed today. And first of all, because I do love working with you guys, and let me share it. Usually when we have call with Pablo, I do understand that Pablo is calling Natalie. We have closed the deal most of the time. It is not like Natalie, we do have some problems for Natalie. It's usually Natalie, we are closing the deal. And I love it. And he is usually winning deals from actually any competitors. And again, I love it. So just a couple of weeks ago, I asked Pablo, can you please share your experience, your secret? What are you doing, again, to be so successful through all the time? Again, doesn't matter how our market is changing, doesn't matter what are situation, crisis, or actually it doesn't matter. Pablo is just closing deals regularly, successfully winning them. So, guys, I do believe that his experience is absolutely important for all of us. So, Pablo, if you don't mind, I will start asking you questions actually about your approach, okay? But if you would love to add something about yourself, maybe to introduce you better than I did, feel free to.
Thank you, Natalie. Good morning, everybody. Well, morning here in Mexico, maybe afternoon for some of you. I'm really pleased to be working with you, Natalie, and GMDH. And one thing before we go into more technical details, one thing that I wanted to mention is that my experience with the relationship with GMDH Streamline has been wonderful. Not only because the technical solution that GMDH is providing, but also because the commercial support that GMDH Streamline provides to its partners, because the relationship is based on a very professional way and trust with us. So my experience has been wonderful through this time, and I do recognize that this support, both from the commercial and technical points of view, are really important for us to be successful.
Thank you so much, Pablo. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you. Okay, in such case, let's go to a short interview. I do believe that those partners who are just starting to be business consultants, who are working for just a couple of years, it will be extremely important for them. So you are on the market for 25 years. Can you please share what is the formula of your success? What is the formula of having so good and close relationships with your clients?
Okay, my experience has been based, of course, on with selling the software and implementing the software, is of course related to understanding the supply chain and how it works and what are the best practices around the market. There are three things that we need to consider when we're going to our customers, which is what is the situation, what is the complication, and what is the solution. My experience in Mexico is that the situation of the companies is that most of them have ERPs for their companies, but very few of them have the solution, a formal planning solution implemented into their ERP. And that is because ERP, implementing a planning solution in ERP is complex, it's expensive, it takes a lot of time, and it takes a lot of expertise. I have, in my previous lives, I have implemented ERPs like SAP, and it takes 1 or 2 years to implement the solution from one of those ERPs, which takes a lot of time and money, and of course you don't see results immediately. Let me tell you, I'm not an IT person. I'm what you may call an expert user of the systems. So having a solution implemented in 1 or 2 years is sometimes boring, and many times the customers drop their effort to implement the system. So even when they have bought actually the software modules that they needed, they don't implement them. So what happens? They go to Excel spreadsheets. And Excel spreadsheets have many downsides compared to any formal system because of the time buckets that they use, and because of the accuracy, and so on. So at least in Mexico, there are many companies using Excel spreadsheets to plan their business, which is quite clumsy to do. So that is the situation that we have found in Mexico, and we need to understand very well the situation of our customers, and we need to hear them about why they are where they are standing, and what is the complication of that situation. The complication is that using Excel spreadsheets or other informal systems to plan leads to under optimization of the supply chain variables, which is they have inventory on balance, so they have too much of the products they don't need, they have too few of the product that they need, and that causes that the huge inventories on one side, lack of service to their customers on the other side, and cost of handling emergencies to bring product faster. So the three main variables of the supply chain, which is inventory, cost, and service, are hurt because of not having that planning system in place. And this is where we need to open our ears and hear very well what they say, because they need to express all the hurt that this is causing to them, because that is going to become our main argument for having the solution put in front of them, which is, let's do Streamline. Streamline has three main characteristics that makes it unique in the market. It's full planning for the supply chain, from demand to production planning, to materials requirements planning, distribution planning, and so many other features. So it's a one full solution. Second, it is fast to implement. We can do that in a few weeks. And third, it's quite economic as compared to other solutions that are in the market. So those three things are the ones that we need to put in front of our customers, so they truly fall in love with the solution, which I actually do love. Because for all those years that you can see here in my experience, I have been implementing planning processes, but not supported with such a robust tool as a Streamline. I have some question here. Could you share? Sorry, from Nahin. Could you share your experience working on integration between Streamline and ERPs? That's an excellent question, Nahin. That's probably the downside that we need to deal most with implementing Streamline, because I have mentioned the three key advantages of Streamline, and probably the downside is that Streamline is not naturally integrated with the ERP. But one thing that is very important is that Streamline offers automated connectivity with several ERPs, and it has also a SQL integration that can be done mostly with any ERP. So in that case, what we need to tell our customers is, and we need to tell our customers that Streamline can be integrated via queries in a very easy manner, and we have actually done that already in a few cases, mainly with Dynamics, GP, and some other. And it's very easy, and it's almost like if you are working on real time. So that integration is one thing that we need to deal. And my advice on that is that we need to engage the IT people from the customers from the very beginning, so they really support the implementation instead of being someone that we need to fight with. How many Streamline implementations you have done? Oh, in these years, let me see, it's about 5 already. And I'm using also Streamline to make some simulations. Now, about the how many Streamline implementations have you done? Well, with one company, we have implemented already Streamlines in 9 countries. So I consider that only as one, but it's 9 countries already in Streamline. Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to add that Pablo's implementations are on the bigger side. So he implements in a couple countries solution for companies. This not just small implementation. So the number of companies maybe not that much relevant, but maybe the number of users that are using Streamline those implementations are more relevant.
Yeah. My implementations have been mostly in Mexico. One of them was with a big company, which has operations in all the American continent. So they are actually implementing Streamline all across America, since from the United States all the way down to Argentina and Chile. So that's a pretty big implementation. But I have a question here about what industries I'm related to. Yeah, in the 25 years of experience within the industry, I worked mainly with Procter & Gamble in the all my time in the supply chain, and then with Abbott Laboratories, and after that with a leading company in Mexico for producing hand tools. But during my time with as a consultant, I have had experience with many other industries, including the auto industry, which is very different from the consumer and pharma and everything else. So I have been exposed to many other. My experience with SAP, integration with SAP, yes. One of the companies, this company that I'm telling you that is implementing all across with the American continent, uses SAP. And you can do that through SQLs that come directly out from SAP, but mostly with Dynamics GP. With Oracle and ERP, JD Edwards, not too much with Oracle, and a little bit with JD Edwards.
Okay, beautiful, Pablo. Thank you so much, Gleb. Thank you for your support. Guys, actually, you can see how our team is supporting each other if something is happening. So let me share my screen finally, and let's actually, in such case, move forward. Can I?
Sure, Natalie. Thank you very much, everybody. And any questions that you have offline, I'm available for that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pablo. Really, thank you so much. Okay, let's move on, guys. Let's actually what I have prepared for you. And just before starting, actually, my presentation, before starting slideshow, let me just tell that every time I'm trying to analyze everything which is happening actually in our partnership department, I'm trying to analyze which cases are successful, where do we have mistakes, where are we making mistakes. Again, I never say partner makes mistake, right? I say we do it. I'm trying to analyze, I'm trying to build most efficient workflow, and please let me give me this chance actually to share with you what works best, and please give me this chance to share with you actually our vision of the most optimal workflow in actually distributing Streamline and sharing with Streamline worldwide. So what I want to mention actually is that usually our sales or consulting process consists from several steps, and each of them actually are a sales step. So every time, and again, even though we are bringing great value, and I'm sure that you had this chance actually to discuss with Pablo, you know it yourself, because again, there are only supply chain consultants here, nothing, no one else, right? So you know that you're bringing value, but at the same time, it looks like clients, they don't 100% understand that. And it looks like to bring that value, we have to do it in actually step by step, right? And this is actually a workflow which is consisting actually of 7 steps, 7 efficient steps, which I would love to introduce to you. It looks actually as well-known pipeline. At the same time, it is actually what works best for us. And let's actually move step by step. Okay, so when we start working with clients or leads, we do have several steps. Definitely it's introduction. So this is actually when we introduce a lead to you, if we send lead to you, but most of the time, actually, we're starting with qualification, right? So when you have a client, when you have someone who could be potentially interested, we have to qualify. And actually, this is, I believe, one of the most important actually stages in our workflows. This is qualification, and we will discuss it in more details. After that, we have demo, which is also extremely important because on demo, it depends if we are successful or no. Proof of concept, actually, again, we will discuss in more details. Proposal, negotiation, and believe me, if all of these stages are done properly, we will have actually close the deal. So what I want you to remember before we will go in more details regarding each of the stages, actually. So first of all, I want you to understand that we have to conduct the process of evaluation. And actually, when I was talking with Pablo, so usually Pablo says, I'm very close with my clients. So I do understand that this is actually his methodology, to be very close and to understand what's happening. So this is actually the concept which I want to share with you today, to understand every time next step. Okay, and to understand, so today we will be discussing concept of next steps. So when we are working with clients, we always have to keep in mind what is next step and what is our common goal. And just recently we had a discussion with our team in Streamline, with management team, and actually one of my colleagues said that, come on, partners and clients, they have different goals. Partners or salespeople, they want to sell, and clients, they have absolutely different goal. And guys, I do believe that we do have common goal. We have common goal to make sure that there is product fit and best outcome for everyone, right? So we don't have different goals. Our goal is to implement the most optimal solution for clients right now and make sure that there is product fit. So this is our common goal. And I also want again to discuss that it is our responsibility to make sure that we lead the deal. So we are leaders, like doctors. When patient is coming to a doctor is saying what is next step. The same here. We are leaders, we have to lead the deal, and we are supposed to say what is next step, what are our common goals. We have to remember about that. And we have to remember that we are expert, we are consultants, and we are responsible for the result, not our clients, not our leads, okay? Because sometimes we are making mistake, like sometimes we are sending keys to clients, expecting that everything is easy, Streamline is so user-friendly, client will take care. No, they will not. It's the same as patients. Even if you give them perfect medicine to treat their health, if you don't control, if you don't remind, they will not do it. So let's move forward. I want to discuss the first 2 steps. It's introduction and qualification. So this is actually when we start working with leads. So introduction, I will not stop on this stage because again, this is just we getting to know client. Okay, perfect. Not getting to know. We start understanding that there is a client. We just know name of the company. That's it. But what is important is qualification period. And again, why is it so important? For me, again, qualification is it's like a basement. It's like a basement. This process starts with qualification stage in Streamline and goes up to demo. So what you have to do, you have to qualify a lead, and you have to learn if you are ready to work with them or no. Again, why I'm saying if you're ready to work with them? Because guys, your motivation, your time, your expertise is my first priority. And again, those partners who work with me for a long time, you know that this is true. I really take care of your time, your motivation, your resources, your efforts. And what I'm really begging you to do, please make sure you disqualify a lead as soon as possible. When we will discuss it in more details, but again, if you disqualify leads which are not supposed to move forward at the beginning, it means that you have more time, more resources, more energy to work with leads which really need your help. Hope it makes sense. Let's move forward. And talking about disqualification or qualification, right? Usually, we are talking about phone calls. So when I'm talking about communication with leads, it is a mistake. And again, some partners do it. And sometimes it means that we do it together. So I'm just sharing this information with you to make sure that we just stop doing this mistake. Mistake is next, to use either phone or email or something else to communicate with client. And we do not remember that different tools have actually different features too. And for example, when we're using phone, it is perfect tool for first communication and first qualification, because we can speak, we can understand their needs or requirements, and qualify or disqualify them very fast. At the same time, email will not give you this fast result. Email will, but email can help you to formalize your agreement during the phone call. And don't forget about that. If you have discussed something, make sure that you fix your result. Just phone doesn't work. You have to write follow-up letter and in that letter you have to mention what you discussed before. So phone allows you to faster qualify, to make short distance, right? But at the same time, you have to understand that with email, you can make this communication much more formal, and what is most important, you can conduct the process. So you can be a leader with the email, because with email, you can set next step which you agreed before. Hope it makes sense. Let's move on. Many of you were asking, actually, Natalie, do we have first call script? And guys, after this presentation, after this meeting, actually, I will send you slides. I will send you this presentation and you will have it. So what I do recommend actually to use, what scenario I do recommend to use during, again, first call. So first call is supposed to consist of 3 steps or 3 stages. First is introduction. And I want you to introduce yourself as our local representative. I want you to introduce yourself as supply chain expert. Please make sure you mention it, because again, your expertise is extremely important. And I want clients to understand that they are communicating with experts, with leading experts, with people who are, again, like doctors to them. I want them to respect you. So don't forget to mention that you are expert. And at the same time, we have second stage, which is qualification. During the first call, during first communication with lead, make sure that you're asking right questions. For example, ask them what kind of solution are they looking for? When are they going to start a project? How many planners? So does it make sense for you? So as soon as you ask what kind of solution are you looking for, if they're looking for planning in some financial sector, you will see that this is a waste of your time and you will not actually invite them to a demo. So please disqualify leads during first call. Don't waste your time on communication with with leads which are not worth it with email or demo. Disqualify. So quick call, disqualify, and move forward. I really want you to learn how to save your energy and your motivation and your efforts. And let's move forward. As soon as you understand that this is actually a lead which you are happy to move forward with, after that, book demo. So book demo, and always make sure that you are fixing agreed results with an email. So definitely send an email. Now, guys, what else I do have for you today? There is beautiful qualification methodology which is called BOND. And please let me know if you heard about this methodology before. Just several comments. And actually, for me, I learned that methodology just, I believe, a couple of months ago, and really, I have to share it with you. So to qualify or disqualify lead or client, what we need actually is a BOND methodology. What is that? We need to ask only 4 questions. So first, So first question is budget. We have to learn if they have enough budget to move forward. Because again, sometimes clients are looking, or leads are looking for solutions which cost, I don't know, $50 or $200 monthly or $200 annually, cheap solution. And definitely it is not actually what we are working for, and it is not actually what we are looking for, right? So if they don't have budget to afford your services and Streamline, again, make sure that you disqualify as soon as possible. What is number 2? Authority. You have to understand actually that the person you are communicating with has the authority to make a decision. If he or she doesn't have, you have to learn who has this authority. Is there actually potential to move forward? Because again, many times it happens that we are having several demos, we are showing solution, and after that we understand that this person neither has authority to make a decision, or actually nor he or she had task from management to look for solution. So it means that they are wasting your time. Okay, let's move on. Need. Again, sometimes someone may request demo from you when there is no need. So let's say some students, or I don't know, so actually there is no need in company, but they're requesting demo from you. So when you just start working with us and you need some training how to do demo, okay, invest your time. But if you're on the stage when we have to close deals, when we have to, to make sure that time you invested in your education, in your experience, and in your cooperation with Streamline, actually, we really want you to have compensation for that. So if there is no need, it's huge, actually, point which says that with high probability we have to disqualify that lead. And question number 4, it's timing. Do they understand when they want to deploy a project? Do they understand when they want to start using the solution? And a good answer is, for example, starting from new year, if it's end of the year, of course, or starting from next quarter, or starting from next month. So if there is real time or real date when they want to start, it's always good. So again, what to do if, let's say, we have budget, we have need, we have timing, but we don't have authority. So if we have 4 minus 1, we have 3, it means that we have beautiful chance actually to close this deal, right? If you have -2, so let's say that there is no authority, no timing, but there is need and budget. In such case, we have to fight actually for the deal, but if there is a budget and if there is a need, there is high possibility that we can do it. At least we have to keep that client in our pipeline closely, understanding that if there is need, it will be timing definitely. But if you see that there is -3, probably we have to move on and invest your expertise and your time in leads which are more promising right now. Hope it was helpful for you. Remember, right, during qualification, we decide, actually we have already booked demo, so demo presentation. Okay, demo presentation, as I already told you, during demo presentation, you can still do qualification. Actually, I would rather say you have to finish your qualification during demo. So during demo, also demo presentation will demo meeting will consist of several parts. And most important, again, is asking questions. And please note that if you're talking about consulting, about efficient consulting, about having good communication and relationship with your clients, definitely we have to ask a lot of questions. And please ask more questions than you speak about solution. So again, I can speak about Streamline for hours. And I do believe that partners who are working with us, you have a very good opinion about solution too, and you can speak a lot. But our clients, actually, they don't care about solutions. They care only about the result. And we can assure them that we will deliver the result only when we ask them the right question and when we understand their real needs and requirements. So please, here you have a list of questions, which is extremely important, again, to finish qualification, because usually during the call, you cannot find answers to all of our questions. And actually, just to just to give you this understanding, one of them is, for example, what problems are you looking to solve? So with high probability, you already asked that question during phone call, but you can go more, actually, you can go deeply by asking what ERPs are using, ERP or actually Excel, how much time they spend on planning, how accurate is their forecast, right? Definitely they have problem with stockouts, overstock, it's almost 100%. But what we never ask, I mean, like usually, and a question which is extremely helpful, how big is your problem financially? Okay, and please make sure that you're using this question when you communicate with your clients, because it helps you to understand what is the potential for Streamline, actually, how much and what is the cost of our help, how much we can do for them. Okay. And definitely the last question about planning solution. When do they want to start using planning solution? So make sure you use this question. I hope they will help you while you're actually having demo, but this is only first step. So demo presentation, the same as a phone call, will have 3 steps. So first one is communication with your client and asking questions. After that, we will have product demo. Okay, we will have product demo, and during product, guys, don't forget actually to show them money tree. This is actually my favorite. This is, again, this potential, how much we can save for them, extremely important. Never forget about that. And after that, we have to discuss next steps. Remember my concept that we are responsible for next steps. We are responsible for direction where actually our consulting and sales project is going. So next steps. And as next steps, so this is a slide actually from your presentation. I will show you that presentation later. It's in the toolbox. In our next steps, you will see project assessment or free proof of concept, implementation, launch, complete rollout, and support. So this is actually what your clients have to see. And usually it is almost the same of what we have in our workflow, but let's come back to workflow which we have. So proof of concept. And guys, I do see that you have some questions, but let me answer your questions a little bit later. I want to finish this workflow. I want you just to have like only one picture, one vision, and after that I will go to all of your questions as usually. So proof of concept. What is proof of concept and why is it important? Remember, I told you that clients don't care about solutions. They solution as technical solutions. They care only about what solution of their problem we can offer. So, what data is needed for proof of concept? Because proof of concept, this is actually the first step or first stage when clients can see how Streamline work in their case, what Streamline can do specifically for their business. So proof of concept, this is actually when we connect sample of their data to Streamline. How does it work? At the end of demo, we usually offer our clients proof of concept, which means send us sample of your data, we will connect it to Streamline, and we will show you what Streamline can do for your business. What is the potential of actually Streamline in your business, what we can do, what we can bring for you, okay? So what we have to remember, this slide you also have in your presentation, you will have all of these tools. So what is beautiful about this slide? First of all, clients, so for proof of concept, we never connect to their ERP. So this is a part of implementation. When we have proof of concept, we only connect sample of data. So we ask client to send us their data in Excel file. Sometimes they are using aggregated, sometimes transactional data. So you will have those samples here in this slide. So when you just click, you will have a link actually which goes to samples. So you will be able just to send right link to your client. You have this tool. But please also pay attention that for concept, we usually recommend requesting very small amount of SKUs. Okay, so it can be 10, 50, or 100. Again, for different companies, small means different, right? But it is very important that data has to be a category. It has to show what is really important for them, like really a category products, a category SKUs, and they are supposed to sell at least 24 months of sales history. Okay. So this is important. And while providing those instructions, we are making this process of data preparation for clients as easy as possible. So again, clients, they're like children, they're lazy. Sometimes we're lazy, but clients even more, right? And until they understand that they're losing millions, without Streamline, they are extremely lazy, and we still have to convince them that they are losing if they don't know till this time. So this when you ask them to send you data, they have to do something. And again, since they're lazy, make sure that you give them exact instructions, and you make this data preparation process as simple as possible for them, just as for children, okay? And one more life hack, guys. When you are discussing this proof of concept with them during demo, make sure you discussed time till which they are supposed to send you this document, this Excel spreadsheet. So next Wednesday till Monday, till the end of this week, till 1st of December, for example, right? But please make sure that you have date, because again, everyone knows what is procrastination. Everyone knows what does it mean to, okay, we'll do it later, we'll do it tomorrow. So please just don't make those mistakes. Okay, let's move on. I hope it was helpful for you. So it was preparation for proof of concept. Usually we are doing proof of concept for clients for free. So here you have free proof of concept. And again, since we started to talk about Streamline as helping with company health and your actual doctors, free proof, actually this proof of concept, this is something like blood test. Before having full deployment of solution, we should do blood test, and actually we are doing it for them for free, which is benefit actually. So again, you are having beautiful solution, artificial intelligence, you are investing your time, you are doing a test for them, right? Analyzing how much we can save for them in future. So this is extremely beautiful piece of service, and we are doing it for them for free. Keep it in mind. It's very important to understand what a valuable service you're providing for them for free. Okay, let's move on. At this point, usually clients are asking about pricing. And this is a very sensitive topic, and I believe it doesn't have to be sensitive. It has to be very straightforward. So let's discuss with you how to discuss pricing with your clients. So, of course, all clients want to understand pricing as simple as possible. For example, how much does it cost? How much costs one license, or how much will it be for our company? But we are not selling something simple, basic, right? So each company is different. And even though we do have very straightforward and very simple formula, at the same time, to calculate for any specific company, we need to understand several actually aspects of their business. So first of all, we have to understand their needs and requirements. If we're talking about company in general, we have to understand number of users. We have to understand their annual revenue, which is managed in Streamline, because we have value-based pricing. We have to understand which ERP system are they using, because again, is there a connection or there is no connection with the ERP system, and we will have to invest extra resource in developing it. We have to understand if any customization or some feature development is needed. And again, if they will use Streamline as it is, it's one story. But if some features are needed, it's different. We have to discuss it with our team. We have to evaluate, can we do them or no? If yes, how much it will take, how much it will cost. So there are many different aspects. And please feel free to discuss it with client. They have to understand actually that a huge team is working to make sure we can provide first-class services for them. And at the same time, we want that quotation to be very fair. But at the same time, we do need to know that information. And after we know all that, we can make calculation and we can make proposal for them. But please make sure that when we are making proposal, you are having online meeting with your clients and you're using proposal presentation, which is available in our partner box, toolbox. I will show it to you later today. Guys, I do believe that in my first email, you read that with some probability, we will have a little bit longer presentations in 60 minutes. I do believe that we will finish in maybe like 20 minutes or so, but we will not be able to finish at 10 a.m. New York. So we need a little bit more time. Let's move on. So right now about pricing. I discussed it with most of you before, but at the same time, there are always questions actually about pricing. So let me discuss it again. Let me explain it to you again. And actually, we also have some slight changes. And again, I do believe that with those changes, it will be even easier for you to sell. So first of all, we are charging $50 per million per month. Okay. But we bill annually. So it is important to remember that actually monthly payments, first of all, they are difficult for you because believe me, from our experience, it's takes almost same efforts to close a deal or to get one more payment. Okay, so please, when you are selling, make sure that you are selling annually. Okay, of course, we can discuss each case, actually case by case, each company, but at the same time, believe me that annually payment are much better for everyone. Additionally, we charge per user. Before we had a very high activation fee. We decided not to have activation fee anymore. Right now, we only charge 100 per user monthly. Okay, so it means that instead of 4,000 at the beginning, we will have 1,200 annually per user. So for clients, it's cheaper at the beginning, and for you, it's better since your commission next year will be decent again because they will pay each year. And I also have questions from partners. Natalie, how much are we supposed to charge for implementation services, any additional services, consulting? So I do believe that fair price would be at least from, of course, from zero, it's up to you, have to decide, but 50% of subscription cost is fair. Again, your expertise is extremely important, and I do believe that you absolutely can charge them up to 50% for your implementation services. Hope it makes sense. Let's move on. We still have license-based pricing. It is available. It is still 10K per year per user, but we prefer to continue using value-based pricing. For a smaller company, it is much more affordable. Excuse me. For smaller companies, it is more affordable. For bigger companies, we can use 10K per year per user, which is also a case. So both are available for you. So proposal, let's move on. Stage proposal. We have already discussed that to do a proposal, we have to prepare actually a presentation, which is available in Toolbox. I will show it to you. What is main mistake here? Sometimes, again, for clients, it's always better just to say, send me quotation. But again, just send quotation without understanding all needs and requirements, without having meetings, it is impossible. I hope that you understand. Next, when you send quotation just by email, you never know the reaction. When you present quotation with during online meeting, when you have everything in your presentation calculated, believe me, it's easier for us to understand where there are concerns and to work with those concerns. So this is very important. So I do recommend you to discuss proposal, always book online call, okay, and send quotation with email only after you have discussed it personally and addressed all concerns. So guys, I always say you have to see your client's eyes and you have to see if there are some concerns. And if there are, you should have this chance to work with them to address all concerns. Maybe they're not sure about if you are capable of doing implementation. Maybe they're not sure about price. And if you think that it's because it's too high, believe me, not always. Sometimes they think, oh my God, it's just too low. And it can also be concerned there is no trust if price is lower than they expected. Do you understand? So what I want you to do while sending, before sending quotation, it's supposed to be meeting, and you have to discuss all of these questions with your clients. Sorry, let's move on. Negotiation. I believe that negotiation, for me, guys, really, for me, it's the easiest step. Because if you're having negotiation, it means they're interested. And what you have to discuss is just some terms, some legal and financial terms. If they are negotiating, it means they're ready to pay. You just have to discuss when. If it means they're ready to pay, maybe they just need some discount. It means they're ready to pay, but maybe there are some things, for example, like they want to sign their contract, not your or our contract, right? You just have to discuss. For me, negotiation is the easiest step, really. So after that, we have a closed deal. I say congratulations, and we just send you your commission after we have a successful implementation, or actually following the process, right? Yesterday, I created, I believe it's masterpiece. Yesterday, I consolidate everything we just discussed into this table. So you can see stages, you can see goals, you can see workflow, tools required, and next steps. Next steps which you have to keep in mind while moving on with closing the deal. And again, guys, you will have this table. As you can see, we have introduction, demo, proof of concept, proposal, negotiation, deal one, goals, for example, find information, book Streamline demo, agree about proof of concept, show benefits Streamline can bring for client, offer an optimal deal, to find win-win solution, receive payments. So workflow is here, tools, for example, like demo presentation, proposal presentation, quotation, contract if needed, emails, calls. So and most important, next steps. What are you supposed to do? What are supposed to be next steps after each stage? So I will send it to you. You will have this table as well. Partner toolbox. I promised you to show partner toolbox. Just give me a second. Do you want me to go through questions before showing you partner toolbox? Probably it will be the right thing to do, okay? Let me see what we have. Do we still have minimum subscription price? So actually for clients which are using Streamline, we will not change pricing so far. Actually, everything else case by case, but we prefer to use pricing which we have already discussed today. And again, if you're talking about value-based pricing, it means that approximately 500 per million annually means that small companies will pay a small amount. So it is very fair for small companies, okay? Just calculate. Yes, question first. Of course, Wolf, as you wish. If you want me to answer questions first, let's move on with questions. Okay, questions for Pablo. Thanks for presentation. Well, my question does first. If they're not in the country where I am, at an email, where would be perfect tool to start the communication, or in the case they have WhatsApp, is it possible to call them by it? It wouldn't be intrusive. Actually, good question. Usually, partners are working with clients in the country where they are located, or with clients in any country if they have relationship. So let's say that you're staying in, I don't know, let's say in Poland, and you want to start working with cold lead in Canada. I do believe it's going to be difficult if you don't have relationship. If you have relationship, if client trusts you, in such case, there will be no problem. But it's better to use local numbers, since again, local number it's it gives just more trust. Okay. Okay. Let's move forward to questions, guys. I have, it looks like 34. But good thing is most of them are responses, like excellent presentation so far. Thank you so much, guys. I was doing my best. Okay. Step charts. I like this table. Okay, I was afraid that maybe there were a lot of questions, but these are more like, I know how to use, okay, CRM. We will be discussing CRM later. Guys, please, if you have some questions you want to address. Okay. So let's move on. Let me show you. Let me show you our partner toolbox. Wolf, it looks like I didn't find your question. Can you please copy and just copy and show it again? Okay, let me show you our partner toolbox, what we have here. Please let me know if you can see my screen. I do believe you can right now. So, partner toolbox, you will have 5 folders. First is marketing, second is sales and consulting, implementation, streamline benefits, and legal. Okay, I will very shortly go through all of them. So marketing. Here you have our brand book, where you can find our logo, some instructions. Feel free to use it when you are actually sharing some information on your website, your social media. Here you will have one pager. Let me go to full screen. One pager as well, beautiful tool. This is actually what we share just to show, just to share information about Streamline with our clients. Okay, and you have this tool in both formats, PDF and present PowerPoint. PowerPoint means that you can translate into your language. Here we have links to articles and case studies. So feel free to use those links when you work on your social media content. So feel free to share those links. Just to attract clients on your social media to this topic. Okay, and we also have brochures, marketing brochure, again, which is showing information about Streamline. Brochure is actually very similar to presentation, so I will not stop on it for a long time. So it was marketing. Let's go to sales and consulting process. Here we have 2 presentations. One is demo presentation. Let me open it quickly. So actually, this is presentation where you can find most actually tools we already discussed. You can find case studies with links to case studies, and when you're working, for example, with manufacturers, make sure that you're sending manufacturing case study from manufacturing industry. If you're working with distributor, you also have case studies. So make sure that you use as relevant information as possible. Here we have questions actually, which we were discussing before. We also have, proof of concept, and you can download links. So all tools are already discussed. They are available actually in those presentations. So this is demo presentation and proof of concept. sorry, and proposal presentation. Let me open it too, proposal presentation. And again, when you are making proposal to your clients, it is also, it is very important to make sure that trust is increasing. And in proposal presentation, you will have several slides which are talking again about teams. Who will be involved from their team, who will be, sorry, our team, who will be involved from their team. So when we have real numbers here, real names here and real names here, like project manager, Streamline connection engineer, customer success team. So when we have detailed information here and their names here, we already look like we are one team, which is working on one project, successful project, okay? And here we also have implementation roadmap. So we are explaining again that we really know how to do implementation, that we have this experience, that we have this vision. And only after that, we are telling them pricing. So we also have this slide here, which you can customize and put information which is relevant to your client. So this is about proposal presentation. Let's move forward. We also have implementation process, and here we have some instructions. Here we have links to webinars where we are discussing actual implementation. Here we have some roadmaps. We have some steps, some recommendation. Again, feel free to use. We also have Streamline benefits and differentiators. We have links to useful articles where we're discussing what differentiates Streamline, why, what are other benefits, what benefits it bring actually for clients. It's also very important. And last one, legal. So guys, what is here? As you know, we are working with partners from all around the world, not only US. And partners who actually, these are W-8 forms for individuals and for companies. We need these forms actually for American government. We have to have those forms completed before we send you money. So this is just for actually Uncle Sam for tax. So when I ask you, please go and complete W-8, it means that you just have to go to legal and choose one of them. One is again for individuals and one from entities. It is here just for you to see. So entities, okay, and one is for individuals, as we are working with individual consultants and with companies. So this is what I will request from you before we send you your commission. Okay, guys, so this link to Toolbox you will also have in the follow-up letter after today's presentation, okay? So let's move forward. Let's move forward. And actually, the last thing I want to discuss with you today is how to book lead in CRM. So how to book lead in CRM. Just before I will say, Gleb, stage is yours, please introduce our partners to CRM. I want to mention actually for you, as I already told, we can book for you leads for 1 year. So for 1 year, while you're working with the lead, no one else, no other partner can actually start working with that lead or sell to that lead, okay? So it is very important for you to book leads you are working to work with. And as I mentioned before, this booking, let's call it that, will last for 1 year. But please also make sure that inside of this year, there are small periods. So we do expect you to do qualification within 2 months, demo 2 months, proof of concept 2 months, proposal 2 months, negotiation 4, and in total we have 12 months. So I do believe that this is actually time which is enough for you to work with one lead to sell Streamline to one company. And again, these are for leads which you introduce to Streamline, which you generate yourself after you bring to our CRM system. Okay, it looks like I can stop sharing my screen. I can say, Gleb, stage is yours. And since I don't share with you any valuable content, I can turn on my camera because I really want to see you and I love and you see me too. So Gleb, stage is yours. Let's move
on. Nice to see you today. Let me share my screen. Here is the CRM window. Most of you are familiar with this. We changed stages as Natalie presented recently. So if you need to book your lead in CRM, do that on qualification or demo stage, depending where you're currently with your customer is. If it's just a lead and you just plan to call to that company, put it to qualification, click plus, type in deal name, add contact company, and that's it. We will have proof that you were first who worked with that company. And if you're already on demo stage, and I believe you mostly will be entering leads to CRM once you're on that stage, just do that on demo stage. That's it. We simplified the workflow in CRM recently, remove some technical stages. So now it's very streamlined. You have introduction where we introduce leads to you when we send it to you. We kindly ask you to work with them during first 2 business days. So if we send it to you on Friday, it's okay to take Monday, Tuesday to call that lead. But 2 days we'll believe is enough to call to the company. If they don't pick phone, send them in email and move to qualification stage. So we see that you begin the process of working with that lead, and you feel free to disqualify any lead if you cannot reach them over the phone, and you seeing from the description of that lead from fields that they filled in the form that there's a small company, you're not interested to work with them, that's okay to disqualify them right away, not to move further with them. Your time is most valuable in this process. So that's it. We have introduction, qualification, where you can communicate with the lead for a while. Then you have to proceed to a demo with them. It can take some time, but we encourage to try to book a demo with them on a call. It's a good practice to have some automated emails set up on introduction with your calendar sent in email. So on a call, you can reference that email and try to book time for a meeting right on the call. It's the most efficient process, not always that possible, but we tend to try to do that. So a proof of concept stage, sometimes it can be, you can go straight to proposal, but most of the time it's a good practice to try to load their data and see how it looks like in Streamline. They have more trust in the system after that, and more willing to go to proposal meeting. We highly encourage you to make proposals on a separate meeting. Don't tell them the price at the end of the first meeting. collect all details you need to prepare a price, to research about that company, and put all project details in that presentation. Natalie have shared the toolbox with you. Then negotiation, when you try to negotiate pricing or other deal details, and standard steps: deal lost, disqualified, deal won. So that's it. It's that simple. If you need to add your own lead, just do that by clicking add, or just here in the pipeline. And if you're starting trading a company and you see that it's already in the system, just ask us in Slack if other partner in your country don't work with that company, if it's already in CRM. It's more hypothetical situation when two partners can work with one company. We barely encountered such a situation. But if you find the company already in CRM, just asking in Slack. We had no previously such conflicts, but just in case. That's it. You can post your questions, or I'm giving the stage to Natalie. Let's see the questions.
Yes, actually, questions are very important. We have a lot right now. Again, some comments, so let's try not to lose.
Okay, can I book leads in mass? You can, but we don't encourage that. We believe it's best to add the lead to CRM once you contacted them, so you don't must block companies for you. It's not the process we encourage, because it's rarely you can work at once with 200 companies at one moment, and other partners are not able to work with them in that time. So we encourage you to add one by one to CRM. How do I access your CRM? Just contact us in Slack. We'll give you credentials to access your account. We pay for all accounts. It's a paid system, a very good one, and we pay for all your accounts and share this tool with you. Next one.
Also add, so actually you can request Amy to help you. Most of you worked with Amy, so you feel very comfortable working with Amy, right? So just ask her for help, or Gleb or me. So just request it in Slack.
Yeah, usually before we after we signing a contract with you, we giving you credentials to access CRM. If that's not the case, just write us in Slack and we'll send you a credential. Okay, Akarat, thank you for attending. Bye. If I'm going to send a newsletter to all of my customers, I need to know they're not going to go straight to you and bypass me. That's why I want to upload the leads in mass. There are no such things as go to us. Okay, good question. In that case, you actually can upload the leads, yes, and you have those tools in CRM to mass upload. Amy can help you in Slack with that. Just write us, and we will help with that.
Yes, Lance, good point. Absolutely. Just to make sure you're feeling secure, do that, and after that, start working with your leads.
But if you are mass emailing to, for example, 200 of clients, we can promise that we'll block all that just for a year just because you sent an email to them. We'll block for you those lists for 2 months, and I believe that's fair. If you can proceed to a demo stage with those leads, we'll add 2 months more. So this process have to be fair to everyone. If we are blocking a lead for a year for you, if you are continuously working with that company, and while we close most deals in 3 months or less, we believe that 1 year is more than enough for everyone to have to spend with the company before you can close the deal. Thank you, Lance, for the question. Let's check questions section. Could you please show the disqualification process? Okay. You pick a deal and you move it to disqualified, and you have to enter disqualification reason. It's a must-have. Type just if that's a too small company for you to work with, that's okay. If they don't have authority, need anything from bank that Natalie told previously, that's okay. Just enter some meaningful reason. Okay, and the second one. What do you do with duplication? Example I have for lists which are the same person downloading several times. Okay, it's mostly not a problem in CRM. It's good with the duplication. It's going automatically. You can have several deals for the same company, and you can have several contacts for the same company. They will be attached to one company entity in the CRM. You can merge deals if you want to duplicate them, but deals can be merged automatically because CRM doesn't know if it's a new opportunity for you, how much time ago this company contacted last time, so deal merging have to be done manually. Okay, I believe that's all questions I had in the chat and questions and answer section. Natalie?
Yes, actually, I do believe there is a question from Wolf. And so question was, the deal with SME, they often have no budget or are very reluctant to share. Usually present and hope. Usually we present and hope for the best after having checked their credit worthiness. What do you suggest? So actually, it's working. If I'm understanding you properly, working with small and medium-sized entities and businesses. It has pros and cons. Pros that you have access to decision makers so quick. Cons that they may have very limited budget. So what I would suggest, qualify and disqualify so quickly. So you have to learn how to qualify and disqualify. And because again, if we're talking about qualification, why do we have the stage of qualification? This is a stage where I want you to learn how to sort out leads, and they are not still opportunities, but let's like leads, potential clients. You have to learn how to sort them out so quickly. If they have no budget right now, and if there is no potential budget, let's say like next year, in such case disqualify, and focus on those who have better potential of purchasing your services and solution. So this is actually my suggestion. I do hope it helps, because again, guys, I told you many times that I do love working with partners, because all of you are very smart, hardworking experts. And what really makes me upset when I see that you are investing a lot of your time working with clients, and after that, some of you have little results. So please avoid wasting your time, avoid investing your time in leads which are supposed to be disqualified. That's it. And regarding disqualification, bond. So budget, authority, need, and timing. So easy. I do hope it helps you. Does it make sense? It looks like we have one. Okay, Wolf, I really hope it's helpful. Guys, right now it's 90 minutes. I promised you not to have this meeting longer than 90 minutes. So please, again, thank you for coming. I hope it was helpful. I hope it helps you to move forward faster, close more deals, have more outcome, and hope you will share that actual success with us too. So see you soon. Next presentation, we're going to discuss implementation. I believe it's going to be next month or slightly after New Year. So talk to you soon. And with each of you, we have individual meetings often. So talk to you really, really, really soon.